Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to get right into this video because we are going to talk about products that I use that I think really make my life easier. And we're talking about hair products, body products, kitchen products, and just an assortment. I use them all the time and they're worth sharing.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to get right into this video because it can be one of those videos that can kind of turn into a really long one, and I don't want to make it, super long. I have a bad habit of doing that. But today what I'm going to talk about is items, and I think just one product that I feel like are items that make my life easier or help improve it. So I'm going to get started, and it's a combination of items that I use in my regimen for getting myself ready. It's things in the kitchen, and it's just kind of an overall what I find is helpful. So let me get started. First of all, I'm going to talk about this. This is Lumify. There you go. It's to really clear your eyes, and it takes the redness out. It's not addicting. It works like within 30-40 seconds. It's really, really good. My eye doctor actually suggested this for me because I was having such a difficult time last year and the year before with allergies in my eyes. So it really does brighten your whites, and it leaves your eyes so that they're not so tired looking. Now, I did use it today. I don't use it every day because I don't need to, but especially on those days where I'm having some itchiness and drainage, it tends to make my eyes a little more bloodshot. And there was a time several years ago where I was using eye drops in my eyes that were over the counter to get the redness out, and I went to the doctors finally because I just couldn't get my eyes to clear up. They were always bloodshot, and it was because of the drops that I kept using over and over. It's almost addicting to your eyes, and it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So he told me to stop all of that immediately and put me on an eye drop that I could get over the counter, Zatador, that I do use. It helps with my allergies. Well, last year my eye doctor actually said, this is good, you can use this, and she suggested it, and I have been using it ever since. And I know you can pick these up at Walmart, you can pick them up through Amazon. They're very easy to find now, whereas a few years ago it was just harder to get a hold of. And I think the cost is not quite as bad as it was a couple of years ago. So that has improved the way I feel like my eyes look better, healthier, and it just kind of brightens your face up. Another product that I think is worthwhile, and doesn't have to be this brand, is just a good pair of house slippers. Now, I know some people are sock people and really like the thick, nice coziness of socks, but when you're running around inside your house all day long, standing on your feet, and I have wood floors, so sometimes that just gets really stressful on your legs and your back. But a good pair of slippers that you're comfortable with, I think, is like invaluable. And we don't wear shoes in the house. I don't like, I don't insist that when people come over, okay, everybody stop and take your shoes off, which I probably should because it would keep my floors a lot cleaner, but I don't. But for us that live here, we take our shoes off at the door, and then I usually have my slippers right there and I have more than one pair. A pair that I always keep in my bedroom, and a pair that I keep by my back door so that I can slip into them. And then I'm just not walking barefoot, because when I walk around barefoot, which I love to do, I really find I have a lot more stress in my feet, my legs, my back. And so a good pair of comfortable slippers, I think, key to making your life easier. Yep. And another item that I think is very important for good hair health is a good brush. Doesn't have to be this brand. I've shown this before several times, and you can get a nice brush through Sephora, Ulta, Amazon, or wherever. But a good brush, I think, that stimulates your scalp, easy on your hair, and this happens to be a boar bristle brush. It's just something I use every night, and sometimes even a good brushing in the morning, and I love it. I think, again, this is really helpful to just making your hair health a little better. A good brush, one that doesn't pull or tear at your snarls, especially after sleeping on it. And also along that same line, I have it in the wash right now, but it is my silk pillow. And you know what silk looks like. I just have a basic white one, and it is 100% silk. I make sure that when I buy a silk pillow cover that I put over my sleeping pillow, that it is 100%. It helps on your face. It really does. It just helps to avoid those creases sometimes that you might notice from a pillow that maybe has just a cotton pillowcase on it. It's cooling and it's comforting. And to me, a silk pillow, I believe, enhances my overall sleep. So I think that's also very important. And there again, you can find a silk pillow cover on Amazon. I have one that the pillow slips in and then it folds over. I do kind of like the zip up ones a little bit better, but whatever one I can find that is has good reviews, reasonably priced, that's kind of what I go when I'm replacing it. But I've been sleeping on a silk pillow cover for several years because my mom told me about it years and years ago, and she bought some silk material and she made herself a couple of pillow covers. She gave one to me and I started using that one, and this was years ago, and I just loved sleeping on it because it just always felt cool on my face. And I didn't really realize all the great benefits for your hair. It's easier to sleep on your hair. It doesn't kind of knot your hair up as bad, and it's good for your skin. So overall, another item that I think just kind of enhances, makes things easier for you, especially at sleep time. And next, I'm going to talk about something that probably is kind of gross to most people, but it's this gadget right here, and it's a tongue scraper. I've had other tongue scrapers that have been made out of plastic type material, but this is I believe the surgical steel. I don't see the marking on it, but anyways, this is a great tongue scraper, and you just basically scrape down on your tongue and the sides. I always brush my tongue, and even continuing to brush my teeth and rinse and then brush my tongue, I can't believe what comes off on this tongue scraper. And I happen to have a granddaughter who has a super sniffer, and her nose picks up every scent, and there are times that she'll just go, coffee, ew. Yeah, I mean, because you're talking to her and she smells coffee breath. So it's like, yeah, I guess I didn't do such a great job after brushing my teeth. So this is wonderful. And like I said, I've had the plastic ones that I've used throughout the years, but they don't do, never seen on those particular scrapers what I see or what comes off on this one. It isn't pretty. So that's a great little gadget. And speaking of, hygiene, this is a dry brush for your body. I use this every time I get into the shower, before I step into the shower. It's good for the lymphatic system. I don't know all the properties about that. I've read up on it, and what I do is I just brush my skin towards my heart, and it's very stimulating. It removes dead skin cells, and it just feels great. It's just like that instant body scratch. And I start down at the bottom and I work my way up towards the top portion, and I just do everything. My neck, I get on my back as far as I can. It's just great. And again, this is a dry brush. They also have dry brushes for your face, and I'm kind of looking into that. There's not a whole lot that is out there. It has to be a good bristle brush and specifically designed for your face, and it just acts as a dry exfoliator. So I think that would be a great addition, but this is really good. You know, I am into brushes. And next, it's this. This is, I've shown this before. This is, I'm going to link it below because I forget the actual name of it, but this I use in the shower. This has replaced my buffing pads. This thing is amazing. Wet it, soap on it, you know, whatever you use, you know, whether it's a regular bar soap, whether it's liquid, it just suds and suds, and it just creates a multitude of suds, and it's really invigorating, and it feels good. Again, a great skin exfoliator, and it's so long, you can see it, that it makes it super easy to just do your back. And it feels just so good. I use it on my legs. I use this everywhere because it's really a great exfoliator. And again, Amazon, and I believe 3 come in a pack, and it's just, oh, it's amazing. I actually gave my husband 2 of them, and he loves it. So that's made my life a little easier. Oh, and I should have probably showed this along with the hairbrush, but also I believe a good comb. Now this is actually a beard comb, and I also have the wide tooth comb. Oh, here it is. Okay, this one is better because this is so much smoother. Sometimes these ends tend to get a little bit more jagged, and there might be a little bit more pulling on this, but with this beard brush, it's called, I can really feel it resting against my scalp, and it really does comb your hair nicely. And there's times I don't need to brush my hair, I just need to comb through it. And again, it feels good on your scalp. So I think this is another feature that helps with good hair health and scalp health, and whether it's plastic or a little better with the wood, it's bamboo, it's something that I think really helps, and it's the wide, thicker combs that's important. Next is a product that I think, one of my products that I do, you know, mention quite a bit. It's this. This, wow, fights humidity all summer long, all winter, even in the heat. This has improved my hair texture immensely. I can't say enough about it. I don't have to use it for every hair washing, but when I notice that we're in the midst of really high humidity and lots of rain, I will use it every time I wash my hair. It's a fabulous product, again, on Amazon. And I'm going to link all these below. Comb, Amazon. This particular item is a kitchen gadget. Let me make sure it doesn't get tied up in my cord. And this is a stainless steel hand blender. Sometimes they call them whip sticks. It's a chopper, and has a chopper and a whisk attachment that came with it, which I hardly ever use, and it's dishwasher safe. It just comes apart in 2 pieces. I'm sure you've seen these. If you haven't, this is great. I make smoothies almost every day with my protein drink, frozen ice chips. I might stick a banana, some powdered peanut butter, some frozen berries, and use this. Boom, done, just like that. Also, this is what I use, especially during the fall when I'm making pureed soups, such as squash soup, which is one of our favorites in the fall, potato soup. This thing emulsifies everything quickly. It becomes rich and creamy and thick, and it is the handiest tool. I've had this particular one for many years, a long time. And this one happens to be by Cuisinart. I think I might have gotten it at Macy's or Nordstrom's, or some department store that had a bigger kitchen section. But you can pick these up. I would recommend getting a really good one, especially if you think you're going to use it all the time. But I mean, it'll go through a large cup of ice and frozen berries. Zoop, done. I mean, okay, maybe zoop, and done. It's just amazing. You have to be super careful because the blade does not come off. It is in there. Easy to clean, easy to use. And I like the fact that it is kind of designed very ergonomically. It fits right here in the palm of your hand, and the button is right there to stop it, start it, stop it, start it. Great kitchen item. Makes your life easier. Next, I have another kitchen item, and let me just move this around here. And it is, I don't want to knock everything over. And this next gadget, Instant Pot. It is my new mini Instant Pot. This particular pot is a 3-quart, and it comes with 2 spoons, a measuring cup, and the little tray at the bottom. Now, I have an 8-quart Instant Pot that I use all the time. Love it. But when I'm just doing boiled eggs, or I want to make a smaller portion of rice, or I want to do steel cut oats or oatmeal, sometimes I make it for the entire week. So I use my bigger pot. When I just want to make it 1 or 2 servings, this is so simple, so convenient, so easy, and I am so glad I purchased it. So what I'm saying is, you don't need to have 2 Instant Pots. If you're a person that has never been exposed to an Instant Pot, maybe you want to go with the 6-quart. It's like that one in between. If you think it's something that you'll like, if you've been familiar with using pressure cookers, crock pots, and things like that, then go for the bigger one, the 8-quart. And if you use it a lot, and you find that most people that I know who use Instant Pots do have a second Instant Pot. And this mini one for me is the right size, perfect. And does this make my life easier in the kitchen? Absolutely. And yes, so does the bigger one. If you haven't made anything with an Instant Pot, it's simple, it's easy, it's quick, it's fast. If you're a working mom especially, and you come home to a house full of hungry people, and just with the craziness of every day, I guarantee you, you can step into your kitchen, and within an hour you can have a full cooked meal that tastes like nothing else. It's amazing, delicious. There's all kinds of recipes online, on Instagram, on YouTube. It's at your disposal, at your fingertips, and I have not made a bad meal yet. Well, no, not a bad meal. Nothing. Everything has been delicious. When I first got my Instant Pot, I did a little experimenting. Like, I make a ham and bean soup, and I use real big, good ham hocks with ham in it. And so I had to adjust the time a little bit on using raw beans and then the ham hocks. And so, you play around with a recipe that's simple and easy, but everything is foolproof. If it's not cooked enough, you stick it back on for another few minutes. It will build the pressure back up, and boom, be done. It's safe, it's convenient, it's easy to clean. I love it, I love it. I can't say enough about it. Now, I do have an older video where I kind of talk a little bit about, I blew up my first Instant Pot that I had had for over a year and used it regularly. The pot was black, and so as you can see, this is stainless steel, and it's very easy to see that it is actually inside the black hole. But when I had a black pot to go into a black hole, I just guess I got so used to using it, I wasn't paying attention. was my pot in there? And no, it was not. And my Instant Pot was on because I was thickening gravy. So I had removed the meat and potatoes, and but has safety mechanism where it, shorted itself to the vault or to the voltage, electrical thing, however that works, and I didn't catch on fire or get electrocuted, thank God. But it was a major mess. A major mess. And I replaced my Instant Pot because I know how much I love it and use it. So, great item that makes your life easier in the kitchen. And gosh, we all need that, even those of us who love to be in the kitchen. And next I kind of went all over with, the beauty things and stuff like that. But this right here, this is my Revlon round oval hair dryer. Now, why does this make it easier? Because I love it. It works fabulous, and the price is right. This you can pick up at Walmart. You can get it on Amazon. Other places have it, but this one is the one you actually want. There's a couple of different styles, and this is the oval brush, and it literally has replaced my flat iron and my hair dryer basically after doing my hair. Now, I am not saying that I don't use a flat brush or flat iron for my hair, because I do, but after I wash my hair and I style it, I'm only using this. I don't have to run the straight iron through it, because this cuts down on so much anti-frizz or fuzziness, or just sometimes how your ends are just kind of uneven. I get such shine and a really awesome fullness and bounce after using this. Now, after my hair is on the second or third day, and it gets a little bit crinked up, just from everyday whatever, then I will take my styling tool that I use to style my hair, whether it's I have a styling brush or a flat iron. That's what I'll use just quickly to pass it through. And so that has been a game changer for me, really a game changer, and it dries my hair super fast. So I am going to list all of these products here, just a few of my faves down below, and most of them have been purchased through Amazon, some at the drugstore, some at Walmart, some you can find at Target. But these are just kind of my go-tos, my standbys that I love. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yay, I don't know, maybe I made it under a 30-minute video. I'll have to check. But if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, welcome, and until my next video, be kind, be humble, age gracefully. Bye.